If you're feeling betrayed by your ex, like they did a 180 and completely flipped from the person that you know, the way they are treating you right now is completely cold, dismissive, distant. It's almost like you cannot recognize the person that they have become. What you're experiencing right now is called a mismatch in timelines. What is happening is that your ex has already taken the time to grieve the breakup before they even told you about it. So the last moments that you spent together, weeks, months in some cases, sometimes even over a year, your ex was grieving the loss of the relationship. They had thought about it, they had mulled it over, probably talked to friends and family, and then they decided that they were going to leave you. This can be a very cold and calculated way to handle a breakup, but this is how most people handle it. It is human nature to look after our own best interests first. So your ex made sure that they were ready to leave you emotionally before they told you about it. And so now you are having to grieve the loss of the relationship in the present day, while your ex has already dealt with this pain in the past. This is why they are cold. And this is why you feel betrayed. There is nothing that you can say, however, that is going to convince them to stay. You need to allow this relationship to fracture, because that is the best chance of fixing things in the future. See, the more you battle and try to convince your ex on why they should stay, the more they fight with you, the more they are resolved to stick to their decision. And this is human nature. Your best hope and the best chance for things to change is to give your ex the space and no contact so that they can reflect. They can actually start to see you in a different light, because a part of them expects you to beg. A part of them expects you to chase them. And when you do not do this, it brings them face to face with the choice they made to leave. They have had all this time to mourn the loss of the breakup, but they still weren't expecting you to handle it so gracefully. Anyway, I hope this is helpful.
Everybody knows the worst betrayal in a relationship is cheating. But I feel like the second worst betrayal in a relationship is you betraying a person that you're truly not. You having me fall in love with somebody that's truly not you. Now I'm falling in love with a fictional character who will eventually go away because this person is not you. Now I'm liking characteristics and values and traits that you have shown me, but that's not truly you. That is a horrible betrayal, because now I have these real feelings for this fake person, because this person was never you. That's why a lot of times I tell people, you don't want to be so easy to tell somebody what you're looking for in a person, because people can play that role to be that person, but eventually the true them come out. And that's why I say, you keep it light, you keep it easy, and you let them show you who they truly are.
Talk about being betrayed by somebody who you never meant no harm. Can we just talk about that shit for one motherfucking second? I feel like it's so hard to come to terms with all you wanted to do was show somebody something real. All you wanted to do was give them something different. All you wanted to do was just be a good person. You spent months and months of trying to be a good person. And in the end, they just turned out to be everything that you was used to. They just betrayed you. In their mind, they was trying to beat you to the punch, not knowing that you never had no ill intention for them. Can we just talk about that type of hurt? Because, baby, ain't nothing worse than knowing that, hey, you was giving your all to some shit and you had genuine intentions and you was not trying to fuck a motherfucker over. You really just wanted to love them. And they was out here playing chess. Like, it was a game for them. It was a game of let me sabotage this. It was a game of let me beat them to the punch. It was a game of let me hurt them before they can motherfucking hurt me. And you was never trying to hurt them. Nobody talk about how fucking excruciating that pain is. When you knew that you were showing up in the right way and you was being genuine and you had genuine intentions for a person and they just betrayed you like you wasn't shit. After you gave them months of your time, you know what I'm saying? Nobody talks about that. But That's a different type of hurt, baby. That's the type of shit that had you sliding down in your seat and crying and throwing up and kicking and shit. It can't be nothing worse than that. Being betrayed, knowing damn well you had pure intentions for a motherfucker. Just for them to try to beat you to the punch. To fucking hurt you before you can hurt them.
I'm officially burnt out. I have nothing left to give. Like, I done poured into people that I should have pissed on. I fed people that I should have poisoned. Like, for years, just being betrayed by people that you, like, really gave your all to. You showed the most love to. Like, to think that you could be, like, literally laying next to your enemy. Or, like, protecting and caring for somebody that you find out is really, like, an app. Like, the people that I really loved the most and gave the most to and trusted the most turned out to be my biggest regrets in life. Like, I can't even make it up. Like, I took my most loss from the ones that I showed the most love to. And it kind of is messed up. Like, it's messed up because I know damaged people, like really damaged people, but when you like a healer, when you're like somebody that exudes love and you just really want to pour into people that you feel like needs love and they burn you, it's like no feeling like that in life. Like, the lack of consideration, the lack of respect. Like, the truth of the matter is, the more disrespect you allow, the more understanding you are, the more forgiving you are, you're easy to be taken advantage of. Like, at some point, you just have to be like, you know what? I don't care about your story. I don't care about what you've been through. You will not hurt me anymore. Like, you really have to get to that point to just be.
If your partner cheats on you or betrays your trust in any type of way, and you decide to work things out together, forgive them, and remain in the relationship, I want you to understand that the only person now that needs to be held accountable in this relationship is yourself, not them. You see, plenty of times when our partners betray our trust or they cheat on us and we decide to forgive them, through that stage of forgiving them, we tend to start being controlling, watching their every move, clocking them. What are you doing? Who are you talking to? And in your mind, you've convinced yourself that you're just holding them accountable. But what I want you to understand is that you ain't their mama. You ain't their daddy. You ain't their parent. And the only thing that you need to hold accountable is your actions and what happens next if you're starting to see familiar habits form again in the same way that they did when they cheated or betrayed your trust. You see, because your partner is a mature adult that made the mature decision to be in this relationship with you and continue doing the work and being forgiven. Now, if your partner now is showing you that while they made this mature decision, lacks the capacity to be in this mature relationship with you, it is now up to you to hold yourself accountable and make that decision for yourself. You get to make the next move. You get to move the next chess piece, not them. Do you understand? Listen, if in this season of your life you're ready to overcome the number one conflict in the relationship that you're having right now, I want to help you do that work. Go to link in my bio and book a sales call. I love you.
When you're a genuine person and you have good intentions, you don't have to get revenge on nobody. Start letting life handle folks. Like, karma gonna spin the block on them. You may never know when it happens or how, but like Summer Walker said, they need to stay prayed up, because one thing for sure, karma's coming for them.